Hello and welcome to Fluently Fletch, the podcast. Well, it's not really a podcast, it's more of like an audio-visual um, podcast because I can't bother to make an account and put it on Spotify. I don't know how to do that. But I thought maybe if I start recordings now and then have a video as well, then you can watch if you want to watch, or maybe one day I'll post these on some sort of audio platform. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Hi there, I'm making a podcast or whatever this is, and I just want to chat extemporaneously about things that I'm interested in. I'm gonna be like minimally editing this video and like these videos. It's mainly just podcast vibes. So I hope you enjoy, and let's begin this podcast, episode 1. And in this episode, we are going to be exploring my history on the internet, my life online. I've been doing a bit of digging and just thinking about um, how long I've been on the internet for, and I thought, as this is a video that's going on the internet, for my first topic, we can do my internet history and explore the topic of being a child and being on the internet, because I mean back when I was a child on the internet, it was like 2010 onwards, and God, it was so different to how it is these days. There wasn't TikTok. It was literally just Facebook for me when I was a kid. I've gone through my Facebook, and I don't really use Facebook, but I've gone back and I've gone right back to my first post. I joined Facebook on the 5th of January 2010. So that's 15 years ago. And I'm 23. So I was like 8 or 9, I think. That's wild. I was 8 years old on Facebook. We used to use my mum's computer in the study area, and we'd all take turns going on it and posting on Facebook. But what the fuck was I doing on Facebook at 9 years old? I literally don't know. Kind of terrifying. And so I thought we could start by just going through some of my old posts and just reminiscing on the times. And I think that will help set the scene of the Wild West that was the internet, when I was a child. And then I've come up with a few other things that I want to discuss in this video related to my internet past, internet history, being 10 to 12 years old on the internet. So we're going to look at topics like Ask FM, Tumblr, just the internet in 2010 in general. The Instagram whiteboarders, everyone's obsession with the whiteboarders on Instagram, Kick Messenger, and all the precarious situations that I got myself in as a child who was queer adjacent, I guess. I mean, I was straight at the time. That didn't last very long. But I was chatting to people that I shouldn't have been chatting to. If I say this word, this might ring a bell for some of you. Omegle. Do we recognise that word? Do we remember that word? Do you remember what that means? If you do, then we're probably the same age and we have a similar experience. So we might discuss a bit of that. And then I want to discuss how I used my Kindle as a phone. My first phone, the phone hype, everyone's obsessions with phones. I just want to talk about the internet and how I started and now I'm here, still using it, still very much on the internet, which is kind of depressing, but I don't know, I kind of like the internet. I feel like it's really, I don't know, I've met a lot of people through the internet, especially as a gay person living in a village. You can definitely find your tribe. I found my tribe. I haven't really found a tribe yet, but hopefully I'll find a tribe. But you can definitely begin working out what you're interested in, who you're most aligned with, what stuff do you like, and you can find that on the internet. So I think there's pros to the internet, but there's also big cons. I remember, let's just get into it. I saw someone get beheaded on Facebook when I was, oh, I must have been 12, and that has really stuck in my head. So we're going to go into that in a bit. If you wanna stay tuned for that. Rest in peace, that diva. It's actually fucked. I don't know why I remember that so vividly. Anyway, we're gonna just sidetrack that for now, and I want to start by talking about or recounting my earliest Facebook posts, and I think I'm gonna edit these bits into the video so you can actually see firsthand what I was typing at the time. So let's begin my little Facebook. What's the word for like looking back? Retrospective. Is that a word? Retrospective. I don't know. And let's look at like my oldest post. So yeah, I joined Facebook 5th of January 2010. So yeah, I literally that's 15 years ago. Fucking hell. Wow. So I was literally 8. Okay. So that's so interesting. I don't know why my parents let me do that. I wouldn't let my kids go on the internet at 8 years old. I don't know. I feel like it's so scary and dangerous. But honestly, back then, it was all very innocent. Like, there wasn't, I feel like it really wasn't as developed as it is these days. And, like, you really just were friends with your friends from school on Facebook. And, like, that was it. There wasn't even, like, ads and shit, I swear. It was literally just, like, posting, like, a status update, and like you would like change your cover photo, and you'd comment like for like, and you'd do like for rate. It was like quite innocent. It wasn't really like it is today. So I think it's fine to be 8 years old on Facebook. I mean, I don't know if it is fine, but we're here now and I'm alive, so that's good. Got many memories. Second thing I've screenshotted. So this is from the 13th of January 2010. Played Murder in the Dark with Annie Kit Ellie. Cute, love that. And then someone commented, Ellie Tyson. I don't actually know who that diva is, but we love her. What's Murder in the Dark? 15 years ago. And then I decided to comment something super nice and descriptive back. So let's just see if we can understand it. When I don't know 4 peeps play it or more, and there's 4 pieces of paper and 1 sass M, that means you're the murderer, and the rest say I innocent, and you turn off the lights, and the murderer has to stab someone with their hand, and if you see the murder, you turn on the lights and say who it is, question mark, question mark, question mark. If you're wrong, you're dead. Then on the spot, and you carry on. So the aim of the game is, if you're the murderer, you kill as many peeps as you can without getting caught. Okay. I did use some punctuation. I used 3 question marks. So like, I guess that's a start, but girl, like, put in some fucking commas. But okay, so basically, I think I was describing what Wink Murder was, or Murder in the Dark, and I really felt like I had to explain this to Ellie Tyson, and I hope Ellie Tyson appreciated that. I mean, she didn't actually respond, which is kind of rude, um, but you know what? Like, I really wanted to tell her what I was playing, and I did, and I respect the honesty, honestly. Um, okay, this is from 28th of October 2010. Just made my Halloween costume. It's gonna be ... New line. And then I must have just like pressed the space bar loads of times because I don't think I knew how to like do an indent. Sweeney Todd. Without missing a D, obviously. I actually remember doing that. I remember like painting a white streak into my hair. I used to have really long hair. So that's like fun, kind of bit of drama. It's kind of preempting my like drama queen era, because putting on the little like space ... Sweeney Todd. It's like a bit of mystery, a bit of intrigue. Like, what am I gonna say? Sweeney Todd. Period. Not going to frickin' pub! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Ugh. So that's from the 1st of October 2010. So I was 8 years old, and I wanted to go to the pub. What can I say? We lived in a village, and there's 2 pubs in my village, and that's kind of what you'd have to do to get out, to be social. You go to the pub. I don't think I was drinking beer at that age. I think we were just going to have fun. But like, I really love that I felt the need to post that. Not gudgeon to frickin' pub. That's such a shame. Okay, next one. This is quite deep. If you hate me, delete me. If you think I'm nice, like my status. If you think I'm a good friend, comment on this status. If you ever liked me, poke me. I won't tell. If you want to spend more time with me, inbox me a heart. I got 5 likes on that. This is from 2011, so I'm a bit old. I'm like 11 now. Um, I think that must be like a chain thing. Like, do you remember when you used to post like the chain messages and be like, post this to 5 other people, otherwise you will see a dead girl in your room tonight, or like that kind of vibe. I think this is that energy. I think this is really just a cry for help. I like the repetition of like the if you, and then I decided on the 4th line to do a you instead, just to change it up. Um, and I finished it with a comma, not a full stop. God, my grammar was really bad. I mean, I was 11 years old. I couldn't use a comma. Not great. Okay, this is from 2012. This is really getting into my like 12-year-old era. This is when I became a proper habit, like nuisance on online. Like I was doing things online that a 12-year-old probably shouldn't be doing. But follow if you have Tumblr, and my Tumblr is called Why So Hipster. And do you remember when you could find those I found that like cross. You could use when you figured out like how to find the special text symbols, and you do like crosses and like smiley faces and hearts like in your names and titles. Because I don't know about you, but when I was this age, I used to be like indie. I used to be like a hipster. I used to call my style. I used to say I was an indie prepster. I don't really know what that means. I was like half indie because I would wear like Jesus bracelets, and then I was a prepster because I had this one jumper from Zara that was like a bit preppy, and I was like, oh my god, this is my new style, indie prepster. And I was straight at this time, like I was fully convinced that I was a heterosexual man. I had never considered being gay. I don't think I knew what it was, to be honest, but God, the signs were there. The cool was coming from inside the house. I just wasn't listening to it. So yeah, why so hipster? Obviously I wanted people to follow my Tumblr. Okay, so this is from 2012 December. I love men. I think I got. Do you remember when people used to call it fraped? Facebook raped, which is fucking the weirdest name for something. They'd be like, "Oh my god, you got fraped." So I think I got fraped at this time, and I don't think I would have appreciated that at the time because I was quite sensitive about being called gay, even though I probably was. But yeah, I love that. Okay, this is 22nd of November 2012. Haha, when your childminder crashes their car, feeling like I'm about to die. Aha, winky face. And then my friend Evie commented, "Ah, how badly?" Okay, like that's drama, that's tea. I have no recollection of this, but I love that I just felt like I needed to post this. Okay, 4th of November 2012. I might do a video of me singing Ben Howard or maybe The Cave? Question mark. Opinions? Question mark. And I got I got 13 responses, so people obviously were gagging for it. That's like a very 2012 post. Ben Howard, definitely that Every Kingdom album, or even The Cave by Mumford and Sons. Like The Cave by Mumford and Sons had a big grip on me at that age. We used to sing it on the ukulele. I was shit, but yeah, that was a fun little era. One thing is for sure. This is when I had a girlfriend, Holly Chandler, babe. If you're watching, mwah, love you. This was my first girlfriend. I think I was honestly like 11 or 12, and I think she was 13. And yeah, like I was in love with her, which is so cute. So I commented, one thing is for sure, love keeps us going when everything stops moving. I love you, Holly. Kisses, Holly Chandler. 6 likes. That's so romantic, honestly. I was such a heartthrob back in the day. Like, I honestly had all the girls. I had so many girlfriends. Um, I don't know when I finally clocked on that it just wasn't right. But yeah, I was a bit of a Casanova when I was younger. Okay, so this post is from October 2012. It's another link to my Tumblr, Why So Hipster. But you can see in this post where the Jesus bracelets come in. I think I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 on in that picture, and then an arrangement of other bracelets. And you can see there my festival band that I had on. I don't know if you guys did this, but when you were younger, you would go to a festival and then you would wear the crusty wristband for like 3 years because it was like a sign that you were indie. That was my crusty wristband from I think it was Latitude, like 2012. And then you've got the Hollister top, obviously, very of the time, very 2012, like, kind of obsessed. Okay, 4th of October 2012. When a girl does not show her true colours, like if she says she's fat, clearly she's not. Or if she says she's ugly, clearly she's not. That's the thing I don't like in a girl. But that's not my girl. She is happy with the way she is, which is how I see her, comma. Amazing. Honestly, I ate that. I ate with that. I think this is a feminist message. I think I'm being supportive of the divas, saying like, no, you're not ugly. You're beautiful. Honestly, that is so romantic and really sweet of me. Love that. Okay, like for an anonymous comment about ya. And then I got 35 likes. And then I think I commented, so let's see. Don't really like you for a few reasons. Aha. You're in the year above and you're really pretty. You're my sister's friend, but you're really sweet. Kiss. Don't really know you, but you're pretty. We're close friends and you're really pretty. Kiss. I don't mind you, but you can be quite rude. Honestly, like, that's so fun. We should bring that back. Like this, and I'll comment something about you because it's like anonymous, and I guess the people who like it are thinking, who am I? Like, that's actually quite fun. That's quite like drama. I love that. I've always been about the drama. Okay. When people say it was just a joke, but the person they say it to won't take it as a joke, and it hurts. So, girls, this is my era of when I was getting called gay, basically. Fag, gay boy. And they weren't wrong. That's the thing, girl. They weren't wrong. And honestly, you should have just accepted it and embraced it. Like, so I think this is when I was alluding to the fact that people were calling me gay and I didn't like it. So honestly, kind of sad, but they just get a grip. Okay, we got another one. I went on a bit of like a tyrant about homophobia when I was younger and like being an ally. I was such an ally that I became gay. So this is from 2013. Anyone that uses homophobic language in any way has zero respect from me. 8 likes. Pop off, Fletch. I'm such a fucking... I was so fighting for my rights, even when I was a child. I love that. Okay, we got another one. I really wasn't going through a good time. 1st of November 2013. Gay is not an insult, so stop using it as one. Honestly, true. 17 likes. People were eating me up. I was so gay, but I didn't like accept it. Or I knew I was gay, but I had girlfriend. I didn't know guy. It was a weird time. Fuck that. 12th of October 2013. Wish I could just start over, TBH. 5 likes. Honestly, that's sad. Girl, start over, you were 13. I love that. I love how dramatic I've always been. Okay, 26th of September 2013. I hate how some guys only like a girl on her looks, and only that? Question mark. They could be like psychopaths for all they know. Winky face. 16 likes. My sister commented, yeah, funny. And I said, yeah, shut up. Okay. I don't know what I'm trying to say with this, but I was clearly feeling some kind of way. And yeah, I'm obviously just very observant and I was very aware of like, you know, psychopaths. Okay, this is from 11th of September 2013. RIP to all the people that died in a tragic accident that they sadly lost their lives in. Sad face. Oh shit. 9/11. Oh god, because I screenshotted that thinking like, why did I post that? Like, what was the reason? It's on September 11th. So I really was reaching out and offering peace and love to the world. And honestly, love that. That's really sweet of me. Really good job, Fletch. Okay, this is the last one. It's quite long. I actually haven't read it, so let's see what it says. This is from the 25th of June 2013. I know in going on about okay, I think it meant I know I'm going on about homophobia and things like that. But when someone says something to someone like, you're gay, for instance, what if they were gay? Me. So that kind of is a compliment. And also, I don't see why. That's tea. Also, that kind of is a compliment. And also, I don't see why someone would say that as an insult. Why would they use that word? I don't hear anyone going up to a normal guy and saying, ha, you're straight. So why do people say gay as an offence? Because then it doesn't hurt the person being called gay. I think I meant to say but. All gay people because they're isolating them from other people, using gay as an insult, so then other people think that gay should be picked on because of one sad idiot who thinks it's okay to use such homophobic language when it never is, and it really hurts people who get called gay, whether they're straight or gay. So can we all just try to stop saying stuff like gay to other people? Full stop. Sorry for the rant. Honestly, period. 27 likes, 13 comments. Girl, I've been a fire starter since day one. Honestly, like, it was honestly a cry for help. Like, I was needing help. I needed, like, someone just to give me a hug, I think. But, like, that's the kind of world that I was living in as a child on Facebook, basically. It was a dark time, also quite a fun time. X for Rape was a vibe. I was just obviously being relentlessly bullied for being gay. I wasn't even being bullied that bad. I think I was just quite a drama queen. But anyway, that's cute to reminisce on. That kind of sets the scene for the internet. Leading on from that. Did you guys, when you were a kid, see anything on Facebook that was fucking traumatic that you shouldn't have seen? I did. I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw a woman get beheaded, just like on my feed, and it was so disgusting. And I watched the whole thing, obviously, because that's a great idea to do. I guess when you're a kid, you don't really think about. I was kind of confused. I'm not going to get too graphic, but basically, it was a full beheading. And they used a sharp instrument to remove the head of the lady, and it was a long video, and it was awful. And I just, even like today, I find myself, if I watch a horror film or something violent, I don't mind watching violent stuff like horror films, because even today I'm like, it's not real, like it's fine, it's not real. Like I can watch something quite violent and I'm like, don't find it to be too, like, I don't find it distressing, because I'm like, that's special effects, that's like really good prosthetics, that's amazing makeup, like it's not real. And I think that might be because I saw someone get beheaded on Facebook when I was 12. So honestly, be careful what you look at on the internet, guys, because it can have an effect on you when you're 23. Yeah, that just wasn't the vibe, and I really didn't need to see that. Other things that I didn't need to do when I was a child on the internet. I didn't need to go on Omegle. When I was realizing that, yeah, I was gay, for some reason, I felt the need to go on Omegle. And, like, it's so weird. Like, how strange. There were grown adults talking to me. I don't think you would even talk. You would, like, have a chat room and you'd, like, go on and, like, talk to random people. You could do it with your friends as well. And, like, you'd sit there and, like, go on Omegle, and there'd be like a man with his cock out, and you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? It'd be like kind of funny, but you know what I'm saying, like it's so not good. Like, what was I thinking? But sorry to the heel's gone. I just thought it'd be funny to put a heel on. I just thought it'd be funny. Did you laugh? Okay. What the fuck was I thinking? It's so strange, so dangerous, so like not good. I mean, at the time I was like, this is so hot and sexy, but babe, you were 13. And what's worse is the men that I was talking to who were adults, and it was so easy to like communicate with people online like that, and there wasn't really discussion about the dangers of it at that time, and it's so dangerous and so fucking suspect, like literally pedo vibes, so gross. I cannot fathom that. Imagine finding a child, like, oh my god, it's so disgusting. I don't know, oh my god, it's so freaky. Like, I was literally sending nude images of myself when I was a child to old men. Not the vibe, babe, not the vibe. But like, we live and we learn. What else have I written down? Oh yeah, so I set up a Facebook page, because I used to love the X Factor, and I used to love Janet Devlin. Do you remember Janet Devlin? She was ginger. She sang Your Song, and it went kind of viral, and I was obsessed with her. And then one week on the live shows, she fucked up. She was singing the song. It's like, do up, Boop it up, ba boo up. Do it up, ba boo up. Oh my god. Do up, bip it up, ba boo up. Bip it up, ba boo up. Girl, vocals. And she fucked up and she got eliminated that week. And I made a page called like We Love Janet Devlin. Because you can make like Facebook pages. And I used to post about how sad I was that Janet Devlin got eliminated from the X Factor. Honestly, it was such an innocent time. Like, it's quite wild that I was doing that on Facebook, and then I was also literally showing my underage body to adults online. Fucking weird. But it's all in the past now. All in the past. Okay, I want to move on to Ask FM. Did you guys have Ask FM? If you didn't have Ask FM, it was basically a forum, I guess, or whatever. Like, you have your own page for yourself, and people would ask you questions. And it was such a thing when I was like 12, 13. It was such a thing. Like, you'd have Ask FM, and if whoever got the most questions, whoever was like being asked the most questions, was always like the popular one, the slay one. Like, I'd always be checking what people are asking people, and if you fancied someone, you would go and Ask FM, and you would ask them their opinion of you. You'd be like, opinions on this person, and this person, me, and then they wouldn't know who sent it, but like it was so obvious that it would be you. But then you could find out what they think. Or what I would do, the person that I fancied, I would ask myself, because you can ask yourself questions. I would ask myself, like, what's your opinion on XYZ? Some fit boy that I would fancy at school. And then I'd answer it as if someone had asked it, but I had asked it, just so I could put my opinion out of that person, and then they would see it and they would be like, oh my god, he thinks I'm fit. That was the kind of the extent of narcissism that I was operating at like 12 and 13. It got to the point where this is not even cute, this is like honestly bad. I would send myself hate on Ask FM. Why? Like, honestly, like, the victim narrative I had when I was 12 and 13, posting on Facebook, like, don't be homophobic, don't be homophobic, and then I would literally be sending myself things like, you're gay, you're gross and gay, and I would answer it, pretending it wasn't me, being like, don't say that stuff to people, it's so horrible, but it was me sending it. That is fucked up. Honestly, that's bad, really bad. Like, that's giving, like, you need therapy, babe. Um, yeah, that was like such a dark time, and not a time I want to go back to. But it's really indicative of the narcissist that I guess I am. I wouldn't do that now. I think that's fucking weird. But at the time when I was 12 and 13, yeah, send yourself hate on Ask a Fan, babe. That's such a great idea. Um, I also set up this account when I was 12 called Gossip Girl, because the first show that I watched when I was a kid, like on Netflix, that I binged was Gossip Girl. This was still when I was in my straight era, honestly, like, babe. But anyway, I binged Gossip Girl, and then I've created like a Gossip Girl account at my school, and it was on Instagram. It was when Instagram just like became a thing, and I think I was like in year 9, and I remember like I never actually posted anything explicit. Like, I wasn't actually being horrible, but I would post like all the gossip, all the secrets are gonna come out. Like, I'm gonna spread all the truth about everyone at the school. And then for a day, it went like viral at school, and everyone was like, "Who's Gossip Girl? Who's Gossip Girl? Who's Gossip Girl? Like, who made the account? Who made the account?" I made the account, but I was obviously keeping it quiet, like hush hush, because if everyone found out that I made the account, girl, I'd be cancelled. Like, I'd be so cancelled. But then I remember this girl called Lula was going around the canteen at lunch asking to see the emojis that everyone had recently used, because on the Gossip Girl account, emojis had been used. So she was going around saying, "Can I just look at your emojis, please?" And I remember clocking her when she sat down at my table with my friends. And then she was like, "Can I look at your emojis?" to the girl next to me. And I was like, fuck. So I got my phone out, quickly typed in a whole load of new emojis. And then, because you know how you get like recent emojis, that whole sentence would kill a pilgrim. That whole sentence would kill a Victorian child. Dead. She's dead. But then I changed all my emojis, and luckily I got away with it, and they didn't find out. And just always about the drama. But I deleted the account pretty swiftly because I got quite stressed out about it because everyone was like really like locked into it, and if it came out that I had done it, it would have been really bad for me. So I just stopped it. But yeah, another example that I have always been about the drama. What else have I got on here? Tumblr, gay porn. Yeah, girl, Tumblr. Like, I feel like Tumblr was a bit before my time. Like, I guess 2010, 11, 12, definitely Tumblr. Like, do you remember, like, you'd have Tumblr and it would be pictures of, like, American Apparel shoots, or it would be waves, or someone holding an ice cream with like a colourful swirl ice cream, or girls in vans. You know, those, that kind of vibe. That was my Tumblr. But I also had a Tumblr for gay porn when I was 12, 13. Not mine, not mine. But that's, I think, another example that, babe, the call is coming from inside the house. You are not straight. I had girlfriends up to the age of 15. Granted, they all turned lesbian or bisexual after I dated them. So I'm kind of like a repellent, like a straight repellent. Even turned women gay. But yeah, I was on Tumblr looking at all kinds of imagery of men. And yeah, I had girlfriends. I was just all over the place. Like, I was so multifaceted as a child. But yeah, Tumblr was the place. Tumblr was where it was at. And I think they got rid of porn on Tumblr. But Tumblr was such a vibe. I really found a lot of interesting content on there. But yeah, anyway, I digress. That was a fun era for me. Basically, what we can learn from this is, I don't know if this is a common experience for queer people, gay people, but for gay people my age, I don't know if you did this, but the internet was a bit of a wild west in terms of being too young and like being exposed to sexually explicit content. Um, Not good. I don't think it's a good thing. I'm not advocating for it. Hands up, but it happened and I've lived to tell the tale. I think I have a healthy relationship now to sex and everything, so it's fine. But definitely not at the time. What else am I writing down? Oh yeah, using my Kindle as a phone. Yeah, so I had this, do you remember like when everyone used to have Kindles? I don't know if you do. Had a Kindle, but it was like one of the old ones that was like black and white, so it literally looked like a book. And we used to have to put our phones like outside of our bedrooms when we were kids, and um, I would bypass this rule by using my Kindle as a laptop, even though it was black and white. Like the screen was black and white. It wasn't even electronic. I mean, it was like electronic, but there wasn't. It wasn't like a phone screen. It looked like a book page. So I would be on Facebook in black and white mode, looking through people's pictures, and yeah, it was in black and white, and I had to like physically use like a mouse press button like pad thing, to move the mouse. So I was literally like hunched over my Kindle, like in my room, like literally fighting for my life, trying to like just get online. I remember I would even look at porn on my Kindle in black and white. Like, it was dark times. So yeah, that was just a little trip down memory lane. Um, I think there's pros and cons to have been on the internet my whole life. I think the pros are, I feel like the internet is really fun, and like I love the internet. I love like I just love how it's so personal to me and like what I'm interested in, and you can really find the people that you're aligned with. But the downside of that is, I mean, it's so addictive, it's really bad, obvi. But as a child, not great, not a safe place for anyone. I definitely used the internet like in not healthily when I was a kid, and but like I feel like I'm fine. I feel like I'm fine. Um, but yeah, it's kind of wild. It's scary. Like I don't know if kids do that these days. I mean, I babysit for these kids, and they are on their phones like constantly. But I think it's different. Like I feel like when we used Facebook, it was quite innocent. Nowadays, it's giving like very brain rot, very like scrolling. It's kind of sad. Um, kind of scary. I hope that kids I don't know. Who the fuck am I? I'm not a fucking politician. I don't really care. But like, yeah, it's kind of sad. I feel like I have a good relationship nowadays with the internet because I just sort of delete things if I don't want to use them. But back then I was obsessed. So yeah, Ask FM, Hate Mail, Omegle, Kick, Facebook, Tumblr. It was all just a bit of fun. It was all just a bloody good laugh. I had a really good time on the internet as a child. Luckily today, I think I have more control with it. But yeah, that's kind of like my little trip down memory lane, and the first episode of my little podcast or whatever this is. I'm gonna just like maybe post weekly. I don't know, in between posting like actual videos. But I just thought let's like just chat shit for 40 minutes. Why not? But yeah, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed my trip down memory lane. If you have any stories from when you were a child on the internet, please drop them down below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for more normal videos and more like podcasts. I think I want to talk about next when I went to university during the pandemic, because I think that was quite a fun era for me. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another Fluently Fletch. Bye. Mwah. Bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. I can't really get up now because my legs have gone quite cramped, but let's give it a go. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Oh, fuck. See you later.